Every week I meet people and hear about clients that come here to the Costa del Sol to buy their dream home, full of excitement. But sometimes it makes me sad the way they do it, because they have no clarity, no plan in advance, and sometimes they will be following the wrong advice. So they end up driving all around the coast, Malaga, Marbella, Mijas, even Estepona, and they think that they are exploring, but actually they are getting lost. And the problem is not Spain. The problem is coming here without any kind of strategy. The result, they will end up wasting time, wasting money, and they will come back home more frustrated about the amount of information they will get in the wrong side than comparing to when they come in the first place. Which is why I'm doing this series of 5 videos about your roadmap to your home here in Spain. Mistake number 1, buying blind without a plan. First mistake, people will book a flight, will rent a car, and will start visiting random new developments and resales because probably it will fit a budget that in most of cases is wrongly calculated without taking into account taxes, etc. The result, you end up doing search without the clarity about lifestyle, community, and even legal status. What happens next? They will visit 20, 30, even in some cases up to 40 properties in a week. The result, ending up frustrated and exhausted. Sometimes some of these clients will come to us, and when I ask what you're actually looking for, they don't even know the result or the answer anymore because all the misinformation they have after these visitings. If you want to buy in Spain, please do your work and try to contact a proper agency before even taking the flights. Because when you know about what are your non-negotiables, you will know exactly what kind of location, community, what kind of schools, activities, sports facilities you will be looking for. So instead of just reacting, you will be able in very few days to do everything you wanted and you came for, and you will end up finding the property of your dreams. Mistake number 2, working with too many agents or without an agent. And this special mistake breaks my heart in so many cases, and I've been working with clients in this situation. Agents here, if you still don't know, the way it works is we work for free. We don't charge you any commissions because our commissions come from the owners and the new developments. You start searching for property in the portals, random ways in the internet, and you end up talking with 3, 5, 6, 7 agents in the process, especially in each house. What you need to do is first to find the proper agent that will serve your purpose. You think it will bring you value to your search and will come to you through the whole process. Not only about buying the property, but especially about if you need health insurance, private schools, the kind of sports you would like to do, the amenities, the value of the property, and especially helping you out doing a smart, wise investment here in Spain. Mistake number 3 is paying a deposit and doing the process without a lawyer. As I said in one of the other videos, the cost of a lawyer will be always less expensive than the cost of an extra huge mistake. People will come from the excitement to a nightmare. If you do the deposit on a property, on a new development, without even having a lawyer, there's a lot of problems that will come later. All the documents you will have to fit in, the process, the language, the taxes you need to pay. Usually, a top lawyer will charge you 1 to 2% on the value of the property. And believe me, it is better to find a proper house, do a proper negotiation, including this cost, than then trying to do it by yourself. Especially if you will be buying a resale unit, there's a lot of things that can come later and will be a total disaster. Community fees not being paid, fines, licenses not in place. So my recommendation is start getting a lawyers. Always feel like an extra cost, but believe me, the result will worth it. Mistake number 4, ignoring the real financing even before coming. In the last weeks, I've been working with a lot of leads and potential clients from the US, and the process nearly is the same all the time. You have a budget, let's say $500,000, but that won't be the amount of money you will have to buy a property, even if you share is for a mortgage. Because the thing is the following. First, you need to change that money to euros. So the exchange rate, you can lose even up to 10% in the buyer power you will have here in Spain. But also, you need to take into considerations. First, taxes. If you're buying a new development, can be up to 13%, and in resales can be up to 9%. The good thing is this will include nearly everything, because you will have the lawyers, the mortgage broker if you need to, the stamp duties, the VAT in the case of new developments, or the transfer fees in the case of resales. So even before buying a sofa, you need to understand that if you come with a budget of 500,000 euros, you won't be spending that amount of money. It will be at least a 9 to 13% more on top of that. And also understanding the rest of the cost, because once you have the property, you will have community fees, you will have garbage disposal taxes, and you will have what we call here IBI, which is the tax on the property. The good news in Spain, these taxes, these costs are not that high, because usually even in a unit of 2 bedrooms in a new development will be no more than 2,500 euros per year, and it will be like the top of the money you will have to pay without any other hidden costs. Mistake number 5 is forgetting about the visas and real life. One of the main things before coming to Spain, and usually will be determined once you're here in Spain, is what kind of life you would like to have connected to Spain. Some clients will come here thinking that, okay, I will be visiting Spain to my property 2 to 3 months a year, and then I will be renting the property, will be used by friends. And then they wanted really to live here and do a 180 degrees change in their lives, which is why you need to understand what kind of taxes you will need to pay, what kind of visa you are going to need if you don't want to be here just 90 days, which is why you need to understand that golden visa is not in place anymore. You can go through different kind of residences like the non-lucrative visa, the digital nomad, that will be depending on your solutions and your position. But also you need to get an NIE even if you won't be a resident here or living here. And you need to get in place at least a basic bank account, because you will need to pay for electricity, water, and any other kind of cost related to your properties. And these are things that need to be properly organized, which is why linked to the points I was talking about the lawyers, because they will also help you and they will do for you actually getting your NIE number, which is not even a physical document, but you need to have it just to buy the property and to pay through your bank account here in Spain all the costs related to it. I wanted to take a chance in this video to put all this in motion through a real story of a client. I have a client that recently came to me that he's living in London, and he has been here in the south of Spain twice, in both occasions working with agents that sometimes don't know what they're doing and they're just trying to rush the sale. His non-negotiables are very clear. He has a budget up to 250,000. He wants to have some sort of CVs, and at the same time he wants to rent his property in 3 to 7 months a year when he won't be here. Because the good thing about having or being able to rent your property is someone else through the rentals will be paying for your mortgage. Even though having his mortgage already approved, he wasted his time, he wasted his money, and he was so close to stop his dream of having a property here in Spain. When we had an online meeting, the first one, we already had 3, we not even talked about locations, not even about properties, square meters, or anything related to that. The most important is to understand the client, you. So you need to understand, and we need to go through a series of filters to actually get your non-negotiables and for you to get clarity on the process and what we can actually achieve with your budgets and your ideas. What kind of locations, if you don't know, you've never been here, we need to do so, and that will be like the first step of our physical tour here in the south of Spain. Just get to know the coast, Malaga, and the city. Otherwise, you don't know where you would like to be. So actually he's coming next week. We will do a tour, and he already knows the location because he's been here. He already knows all his numbers. We connected with the lawyer, with the broker that will help him mortgage in case his actual deal doesn't work. And he already has 3 properties that we double confirm about the rental possibility, the agreements by the owners, because through the new law and resolution here in Spain, the owners of the urbanization has the power to decide not to allow rentals in the urbanization. So this time he knows what he wants. He actually knows his numbers, his position, the kind of locations he likes, and 3 properties that for him will be like the best top options. Probably from these 3 properties, he will be choosing one and finally getting through the dreams of having his property, his dream house here in the Costa del Sol. So my conclusion, don't come to Spain unprepared. Spain right now is one of the best destinations in the world, not only to visit, but to live and have a relaxed, secure, and completed life. I have another videos talking about that. But the most important is, if you come unprepared, it can become a nightmare. Don't waste your illusion, your money, your time chasing properties or wrong locations that don't fit your dream desires, what you're actually looking for. My conclusion and my main advice is to get that one agent that will be your trusted advisor and will introduce you to a top lawyer, a top brokerage mortgage in case you need it, and anything related to that. Designs, furnitures, lifestyle, job seeking, even anything that you need, that is the most important. And then the property will come second, and believe me, you will find that exact property you have been looking for. Believe me, if you go through these mistakes the other videos I've done, or if you would like to have an online coffee chat with me and go through your specific situation, your desires, and searching finally your non-negotiables, this is the proper word to do it even before coming to Spain. It will save you not only time and money, but it will save you your illusion and the desires of coming here to Spain, not only to find a property, but you enjoy your time while you will be here. So next time, I will see you, but here in Spain.